back. We're back. Again. FF16. I don't know what I'm doing here. Done again, Republic. Oh, hopefully I'm gonna play this. Gameplay action focus. Is that even viable now? It's not. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I remember now. I think I remember. I think I'm helping the people around.
You see my predicament?
The world.
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides
would just
wish
be
to protect
Bahamut.
their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing that...
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have Victor pay Conrad a visit.
As you wish.
I'll play a...
What he means to say is...
Lower than beasts they are. Let's go.
Usually said something about Mega Flare? Giga Flare? It's the alt. There's a rebirth.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh shit.
time to fight.
Yeah, but I got a new recording schedule. Gonna do lots of new games. I'm set up 2 weeks in advance. Probably starting like Saturday night into Sunday. So we'll go 2 weeks in advance.
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
There we go. We're not doing any hunts until I figure this out.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
Whew.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Radim here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is
Interesting.
a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what
Fucking... Thieving bastards.
This is for life.
Oh. We're gonna be doing some side quests here.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Sorry for the wait. But
You learned something about us.
I did better than...
A whetstone.
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Well,
What do you want?
we good.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
But I can't reinforce it. I don't.
And?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye. Their fancy silk stained red.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Clive. Allow me to educate you. Of course.
This is pretty cool. This is actually insane. Josh Litzman? Oh, okay, so. What are we? Dark cloud together. The hard.
Here you are.
Is this new? Drake's Eye.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. All done?
Clive! I'm sorry to drag you, it's just I couldn't think. Quick look. Always something in there.
Wait, Sands in Rosaria. That's where we're going. Actually, no, into the North Reach.
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that.
But there were ghosts at the gates, not Daisy. Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
In Cressedia. Problem is, also I can't see the. I can't see the hunt board. Without like being.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
The mayor, Dalmacia. The mayor, Dalmacia. safe way to do it.
Do you have any fresh water?
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you...
I'll be right back.
Who needs a porter when there's no revenue?
I've been asked to find Aldrich.
That's me right enough.
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with you.
A 66? If he's just got hold of it now.
From the Empire.
Such is the porter's lot. They'd Soraflam one. The farther you're willing, I'd say.
You got a Gotan 66.
What are you looking for? Farewell.
Did I get that? I did. Is that an accessory? Damage 25%.
What's happened? Pardon me, but would you happen to be that well-notched steel? Might you be convinced to...
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, and should you... Well...
My arms...
Wonderful!
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road. Quickly!
Wait. Good luck with... I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good
Short work.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, Feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt. But merely one of... Come, good sir. Our expert...
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Faster!
Not again. All right then. Who's first?
Farewell.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell. Onward!
Come on. Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my and so I...
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we...
Fine.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
I see you've been of some assistance to
Perhaps.
finding someone. I was great now. Joseph's
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
the old Zemeckis. Joseph's.
Can't.
What's happened?
Ow. That needs to be ate at the table upstairs.
These pears
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Barcloud clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Barcloud isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while...
You'll buy something, won't you? Please.
You've raised the price.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist.
The innkeeper sent me.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to...
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not meaning they linger here instead. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
you have any fresh water?
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic. It's been a while, and the way I see it,
how so?
Well, I wouldn't be. And then there's those 3 other backbone, and without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on, right?
I hear you had. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though.
A goat and 60 bloody 6. Just a bottle between the 4 of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows.
Here they are, the 3 pillars of Boklad. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Thank you.
Ellie, this buy for Positive movie?